Well, it's a beautiful day in Minnesota. Finally got our snow. Look at the woods. Hey, thanks for joining. Where are you from? Rena, thanks for joining. Where are you from? Ohio. Very nice. You guys have snow down there? We're up in St. Paul, Minnesota. We've got taking my dog out for a walk. Here's my dog. Not yet, huh? Welcome. See some new readers. Well, this is where I usually do my daily tips for social media and blogging, but today we're not going to do that. My pups would like it. I bet they would. Today I did that on my Facebook account. So the tip was be spontaneous. I saw a beautiful red cardinal out in these trees with all the snow. Grabbed my big lens and took some pictures. Oh, sorry, I see some Russian. I don't know what that means, buddy. You love fresh snow. Yes. Very good. Well, welcome. So we're just out on a walk. This is kind of cool. This is a tunnel that goes underneath the railroad tracks. There used to be two sets of tracks up on top of the hill there. They pulled one out about 15 years ago, so it's people use it for cross-country skiing and hiking and stuff like that. See any deer? No, not today. Greetings from Turkey. Very nice. Thank you for joining us. So, Minnesota is land of 10,000 lakes. It's actually closer to like 14 or so. A little bit of swamp down there in between a couple lakes. I love when blood colors white, fresh snow, and red. Either you're going to be blocked or you're a hunter. Hi from Turkey. Hi back. Here we go, walking through the tunnel. So today's tip was being spontaneous. I was here to tell you I saw a cardinal in all this snow. Grabbed I have a 600mm telephoto, and I was using it to take pictures of it, and thought, you know, that's a great tip for people. Isn't that pretty? So if you hang on with me about 100 yards up here, it's one of our lakes. Right? So here's a map. So I started way down here off the map, came up, just walked through here. This is the tunnel we just went through here. This is Tony Schmidt Park. There's a bunch of stuff here. This is a public beach and Lake Johanna. So that's where we're at, just out on a nice walk. Wonderful. Well, thanks. Glad you guys like it. As long as you guys are watching, I'll keep rolling. So these are the paths. So about 5 years ago, St. Paul, well, let me take a step back. St. Paul was made fun of by a New York newspaper about 100 years ago as being like Siberia, and no one knows why you'd ever want to live there. And hi from Russia, hi from Turkey, hi, thanks for joining. And as a result, the people of St. Paul started the Winter Carnival to celebrate the winters. And part of the Winter Carnival every year, it's hosted by the Pioneer Press, is the treasure hunt. And it's a big deal, and tens of thousands of people go out rummaging through all the parks and all the stuff for this little medallion, and there's a $5,000 prize. 5 years ago, it was right up on top of that hill. And I live in a park, like, I don't know, maybe a mile and a half from here. Hi from California. This probably doesn't look like this in California. Well, I guess it depends where you're from, but not the parts I've been to. Is the lake frozen? Oh yeah. Yeah, usually by this time of year we've got trucks driving on it and everything. I think there's only about 5 inches of ice right now. You need 8 for a car. 8 to 12. Like a big truck needs like 14. But pretty funny, you can't really see this. I actually stepped on that swamp I showed you. Take a little better picture, and broke right through. Doesn't freeze as well when there's moving water. Bear, come on. Come here. Listens like my kids. Yeah, come here. Almost time for the leash for you. So I was kind of hoping to get a good picture of a deer with some snow on its back, you know, just get a good, nice face shot or something. Something very National Geographic-esque. This is one of those days where you might be able to do that. You only get a few chances a year to get this snow where it kind of sticks to everything, because it's got to be right about freezing. Usually what happens to get this globular type snow is that it's colder as you go up in altitude, so when the snow forms, it falls into air that's right at or above freezing, and the tips of the snowflakes melt. And what happens is they bump into each other and they glob on, and they get really big flakes. They're actually mini flakes grouped together, and they fall. And the same thing happens and makes it sticky. So anytime it hits a surface, it sticks. That's why you get the snow and all the stuff hanging in the trees. We had a little bit of wind earlier, knocked a lot of the snow off, but you can see some parts here. Like, you know, that's what it's not focusing for me, but you get the idea. All right, right around this corner is our lake and our park. So I gotta put the dog on the collar. People get crabby. Dogs running around. Hey, you wanna say hi? Say hi, Bear? Hi. Yeah. She's a golden doodle. A black golden doodle. Dylan, thanks for joining us. Where are you from? We're just on a walk in Tony Schmidt Park, St. Paul, Minnesota. Saw a few new people just joined us too. We're coming up on a lake called Lake Johanna, and for many of you, Bethel Seminary is on this lake, or not Bethel, Northwestern Seminary. Bethel is just a mile away. So this beach is full of college kids in the springs. Go Seahawks! Woot! Yeah, probably. We have a love-hate relationship with our Vikings up here. So Minnesota is one of the states where we've got different forest zones. So we're kind of on the mix between the hardwood here, and if you go just west of the cities, it's all corn and soybeans. So you're kind of in the farmland, really rich soil. And when you go to east of the cities a little bit, you get into the St. Croix Valley, and it turns into pine trees and great big rock outcroppings. And there's a slim line of that goes up that valley up to Duluth, and then the arrowhead north of Duluth looks like Canada at the Boundary Waters area. A couple national parks up there. So we do a lot of tourism. You lived in Wisconsin when you was younger. Ah, very cool. As long as you're not a Packer fan. Yeah, we may not love our Vikings, but we hate our Packers. So, we're almost there. Here's the boulevard. Not a Packer fan. Now, see, there you go. Although, we did enjoy Brett Favre coming to town. I can agree there on the Packer, just like, yeah, well, anybody that has a dynasty named after him. Okay, so this is Tony Schmidt Park, and we were just walking in this woods back here. The big trees of cottonwood. These are mostly oaks right here. A couple cottonwoods in here. We had an emerald ash borer come into this town, this area. They cut all the ash trees down. It's an invasive species. So here's the lake. Hi, your mom's cousins live there. Very cool. Oh, excuse me, getting a little chilly and windy. So here we are. This is Lake Johanna. That building you see across there, that's actually the old chapel. That's Nazareth Hall at Northwestern University and Seminary. But this lake is full of walleye and muskie, lots of muskie, a lot of bass, really a lot of fish here. So really fun. I'm actually shocked there's nobody out fishing right now. Not unusual to have 40, 50 ice houses out. And a lot of them are just, you know, people doing their thing. All right. Thanks for sharing. Appreciate that. So, as long as we're getting hearts and viewers, I'll just keep walking. Does the lake ever freeze? Yeah, it's frozen now. So what you're seeing, those bald areas, you get those for two reasons. There was about 5 inches of ice. Oh, there's a snowplow. These are cool. If you ever see well, snow, he's not plowing now. Great big dump trucks. You got this big plow in front, and they'll push feet of snow, dozens of feet to the side. Just cruise on them. Kind of cool if you ever get to see them on the freeway. So I think you're talking about those areas that are open with the ice there. You get that for two reasons. One, first of all, there's 5 or 6 inches of snow or ice on the lake right now. And what happens is when ice, one reason you get those, and what happened this time, is that as ice freezes, it expands. When you get snow or something on top of it and you get cracks in the ice, the weight of the snow will actually push the ice down and displace the water, and the water comes up through the cracks and will do that. Yeah, it's strong enough here. I'm on it right now. So the other reason this happens is if you get wind, they'll drift and it'll blow the snow totally out and bare, make some parts of the ice bare. So to give you an idea, see, we're out here. That's where we just came from. Saw some guys fishing here yesterday, so I know we're good. So this is just slush. No big deal. Good solid ice underneath it. One quick way you can tell you're on good ice if you're just cruising around is usually it's clear. If you can't see through it, like you can't see through this, that's a really good sign you're on good ice. But even when it's clear, you can look down and see bubbles. You only need 4 inches to hold an adult. So, and I got a wet foot, so I'm gonna keep walking home. But yeah, that's it. That's all. Actually, I see some traction from four-wheelers, so they've been out, even some other bigger vehicles too already. So, kind of a fun thing. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about. So we got a bunch of snow today. Let me walk you over to this. I'm gonna actually do it on land because there's some moving water over here. This little pier is an outflow for the lake, and where that swamp was, where I started this broadcast, is where it goes, and eventually goes through about 4 or 5 different lakes and big swampy areas until it goes into the Mississippi. And this was frozen solid and was not running. I'm only like a foot of water here, so I'm gonna walk up to it. And what happened was we got a bunch of snow last night, and the snow, you can see that, and the snow pushing down, displacing the water, and open this back up. So we're dumping water out of the lake again. So that's just what happens. It's normal. In the summer you see a lot of kids fishing off here, catch sunfish, catch a muskie every once in a while. This lake seems like there's multiple 45 plus inch muskie that come out of here every year. So, well, the rest of this walk's really not that pretty. And I missed a call I gotta grab, so thanks for watching, you guys. Appreciate it. I will download this, put it up on YouTube, put it on my blog, dan330.com. How many inches of snow? Oh, today just a couple. Temperature is about 33. So, thanks for joining. We put all of our Periscopes and live broadcasts on our site. Go to dan330.com/live. Otherwise, just check out our site. It's a cool blog. Thanks for watching. See you later.